Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. In this week's video we will be doing a yarn haul and a what I plan to do with said yarn type video. This is more just going to be me chatting through what I got from Wool Warehouse and then going over my plans and when I'm going to make it on like a specific timeline, if it's going to be a very up and coming project or if it's something I'm going to do down the line. I will explain that all as we go across. We have a pretty big package today which I will show you in a minute, so yeah, we will get into that now. So here is the big parcel. Yeah, it doesn't even fit on the screen properly. That's about my head for size, so it's pretty big. Just taped over the shipping label so you guys can't see, but yeah, it was a from Wool Warehouse and I will be opening it up. So I have my trusty scissors here and then I'm just going to be opening it up like with my legs holding the actual package. I'm going to try not to rip anything and just slowly open it. Yeah, I can see the hole there. Just open it like that. You can see I've got a little hole going there. So yeah, cutting. Yeah, okay, got it open. Wow, okay. So I can explain to you everything that I got. So there is a lot of yarn in here. So starting off, I have lots of drops air, drops snow, all these lovely colours. And yeah, in these bags you can always, with Wool Warehouse, you can always opt to get them or to not get these bags. So we have some drops snow and drops air in those bags, and then in this bag we have some other drops. I think that's drops cotton, drops Paris, and then I have more drops snow. So yeah, there we go, that's what that looks like. So now I will get into taking it out of the bags and showing you all the colours that we got and the individual amounts for the quantities and what we are going to make with each of these yarns. First we are starting out with the colour I have the least of, which is Colour Lab. They've rebranded the label since I last bought from them, so basically it's showing up a bit lighter on screen, but it is sort of this sort of tealy colour even though the colour is sky blue. So the lock colour has changed a bit since I last ordered, which is a little bit of a problem as I am using them for my temperature blanket, but the closest dupe to this yarn is obviously still going to be this yarn because it's just a different dye lot. This was, I think, the most expensive wool that I got, coming in about $7.50 per ball. I will just be giving rough estimates as I did get a lot of these on sale, so it won't be the price listed on the website at the minute. So I think these were $7.50 a ball, so that's 15 altogether. So yeah, they are worth it, I'd say, because the easiest thing to do is just to buy from the same brand rather than try and completely match it, because these yarns are pretty close to what I'm working with and there is a lot of this colour coming up in my temperature blanket. So I did consider only getting one colour, but I thought that I would eventually need two, so it was worth the purchase. So next up we have Drops Air, which is £4.80 per ball. I got two of every colour and I got these beautiful colours. I got green like the shirt I'm wearing, and I got blue and yellow, two balls of each. So in total I got 8 colours, and then I also got up to pink, so 8 in total. And yeah, that is all we got from Drops Air. Drops Air is really nice, really soft compared to some of the other wools I got as well. So that's 65% alpaca, 28% polyamide and 7% wool. So it's really nice and soft. I really like this yarn. If you haven't tried this yarn, I would really recommend trying it out. Apologies if you can hear somebody mowing the lawn outside. I'm not sure exactly who that is, but that's probably one of our neighbours. So yeah, I will now move on to Drops Snow, I think it is, which I did get a lot of, so I will be showing that next. So for Drops Snow, I have 4 of this blue, I think it's called Dark Ivy colour. I have 4 of this dark green colour, which again is very similar to the jumper I have on. I have 2 balls of this yellow colour. I have 4 of this sort of like lime green colour, so very much with the greens in this Drop Snow. I have 2 of this really nice light lavender purple colour in the Drop Snow, and then I have 3 of this other green colour here. So in total I have 19 of the Drops Snow in these little balls, and that equates to 130 per ball, so you can work that out if you want to. So 130 a ball, and we have 19 balls of the Drop Snow. So you might be wondering, why do we have so much of this Drop Snow colour? So as you might or might not know, in the knitting community at the minute, or sort of a few months ago, there was the very famous sort of like viral sailor slipper pattern, and I've finally gotten around to getting the yarn for it. So now that my yarn has come, I am going to be doing that in a future video. And you might be wondering, why do I have different amounts for all of these? Some of these are going to be striped and for me, and some of them are going to be gifts for family members with, you know, bigger shoe sizes, bigger feet. So obviously this isn't going to make that many, but I just erred on the side of caution that I would have enough, so I'm only actually making 3 different pairs. So these are going with the dark green to make a gifted pair for family, and that is why I have a few more of these than the other colours. But so basically the ones that I have 2 in like this colour, that is going to be some of the striping on the slippers, and then this yellow colour is going to be like the base. Obviously I have not paired these 2 together, they would look really nice together, but I'm using this purple with a green. You'll see when the video does come out, but I will be doing that, and I'm so excited because I haven't really used felting and knitting together really ever. I've felted stuff before, but by accident, so I'm not really a pro at how it works. I will be purchasing the sailor slipper pattern soon when I cast it onto my needles, but until then these will be caked up and put in my suitcase before we travel back. So now we have our final sort of project of the yarn unboxing, which is using Drops Paris 100% cotton, and I have 4 of these blue colour, and I am going to be making the lunar cardigan. I can put a picture up on the screen here of what that looks like. I have had this pattern in my archived for quite a while. So when I mean archived, I mean sort of my file folder situation on my iPad, and I want to make it with this Drops cotton. I'm not sure I have enough because online, the way that it was sort of advertised, it seemed like one of these would go quite far, but looking at it in person, this is quite a small ball, and I don't know how much I can actually crochet with this, but I did get 20 balls of this, and in different colours. So I do have 4 of every colour for this one, and I'm using 4 different colours, which I will show you in a second. So these are the other 3 colours that I have. I think it's really pretty, so I will be using those for the Lunar cardigan, and based on what I'm reading here, it was $4.80 for 4 of these balls, so that means which means that it was $1.20 per ball, and I got 20 of those, so you can do those calculations if you want. And with that, that is all that we got in our sort of big yarn haul. Yes, I am on a journey of trying to de-stash my yarn stash, but these were necessary purchases for my coming projects, and there is only so many times a year that I can order from Wool Warehouse, just because of when I'm traveling I can order it to here rather than when I am not traveling. Wool Warehouse doesn't have that sort of shipping option, and I can't get it to only get it to here for that same price when I am traveling. So basically I can only do an order a few times a year, so I do take advantage of that, and I do order big, even though of course I am still stash busting, and those videos will still be coming out hopefully using this yarn. I will update you on my progress and my projects. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Please like and subscribe down below. If you like anything that you see in my previous videos, please shop my Etsy, Flowy Fibres. It's always down in the description or in the actual header of my channel. You can click there. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in another one where I hopefully use some of this yarn. Bye!